Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. WrestleMania 41, Night 2. I'm back kicking it with my co-host, co-founder of Clash of the Podcast, Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. What's good, Sean?
What's up, Conrad?
We have not talked about the show, haven't shared a text message, so this is all going to be while it's happening, what's happening, keeping it a buck. So definitely going to be interested in that tonight. If you guys are liking the content, you're interested in what you're seeing, do us a favor. Make sure tomorrow, we are going to be live here on Everything Pro Wrestling. Clash of the Podcast is usually every Monday at 6:05 Eastern Standard Time. But tomorrow is a special night. We are going to do a watch-along for Raw after Mania. So be in here. Me and Sean will do that. I think we said we're going to start at like 7:45.
Yeah, we'll be 15 minutes early.
We'll talk a little Tony Atlas, I think, to talk about Dark Side of the Ring. We've been keeping up with that. I kind of want to keep that going, that momentum, so we can just keep it moving next week. Mm-hmm. Other than that, man, I think that we've got a lot to get into for tonight's show.
Conrad, just do me a favor, bro. Just drop that thing, man.
No, I need it with the proper Sean saying this,
bro. Like I'm smiling because tonight was wild, bro. Conrad, drop that thing.
Yo, Sean is so funny, bro. So funny, man. Getting into this tonight. I apologize for the technical difficulties. Sean, I don't know if you know, but I sent you a file last night. That file is all cleaned up now, so we are good to go. That little mishap is fixed from yesterday. I spent all day working on that, slowly but surely. But Sean, man, how you doing tonight, man? How was your Easter, first and foremost?
Well, yeah, I appreciate that. Easter was tremendous. 3 church services throughout the day. Was able to squeeze in a video. A little talk about the trolls, talking about Jey Uso, but church was beautiful. Y'all got to see me in my suit, man. Y'all don't see me real fresh typically, other than just kind of like relaxed mode. But church and Easter Sunday with the family was fantastic. So I'm very thankful for that. And yours?
Very good, Ben. Got to spend time with the family. I balanced it all out and had a little time here, a little time there.
Right.
Intern stayed the night out, first time doing it, so this feels weird. It was kind of at the whim. He was like, "Oh, I want to hang with my cousin," so I'm like, "Okay." So we're doing that, man. Hopefully, he gets to watch this, and very interesting. Funny when he starts repeating stuff that we say on the shows. Like I heard him say something the other day. He was like, "I hear you say it on your show," and I was like, "Okay,
nice." He's a smart kid. That's what happens.
Yeah. Intern for a reason, man. Let's give some shout outs, man, to the people who are in here. If you're in here, hit the like button, subscribe. If you're subscribed to me and you're not subscribed to Sean, I don't know what you're doing at this point. Like I said, I'm gonna judge you. So make sure that you guys do that, man. Clown says evening, everyone.
Cleezy, 1-3-Z, 4-Tweezy.
What's good, Clown? Elite Easy E, man. Both nights of Mania end on a low blow. Fraud Booker. Oh man, E. What's good, bro?
What up, E?
B-Boy Skyline, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Glad that you are in here. Terrell in the house.
B-Boy, we appreciate you. T3Z, we appreciate you.
I'm looking to see who we haven't gotten. Renegade, James, why weren't you at the show, brother? He said, I told y'all. All you got to do is take out a little bit of money out that mortgage. You could have went, man.
Oh, my God. That's a fact, unfortunately.
Let me see here. Matt Lopez in the house. He says, hello. Good evening, everyone. Hope you had a good Sunday and a happy Easter.
M. Leezy Fo Sheezy.
For sure, man. And shout out to everyone who celebrates Passover. Any holidays that are happening this week. I know there's more than just those two as well. Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much. XG Dub, you're a fool.
Jizzle, what up, Doe?
Let's see here. Tokyo the Don, what's good? Appreciate you.
I like it, Tokyo.
Pawn, what's good, man? Fellow XG Dub member. Appreciate you, Pawn.
Partying like it's 1999.
Deanna said, let's go Cena.
Let's go Deanna. How about that?
Eric Douglas in the house. King Cody wins the belt back at SummerSlam. We will see. We're going to get into that a little bit.
You're probably right, Eric. I'm not happy to say that, but you're probably right.
Shout out to Nightbot holding it down.
Appreciate
Derek
it.
in the house. Yo, yo, yo.
My guy, Derek.
My guy, Hubs, he says. Appreciate you, D. Like I said, man, we could have sent you the link, man, if you wanted to hop in here. Get on. You say the word. Cody comeback story begins now. We'll see, man. We'll see. Sean, I didn't watch any of the press conferences. I missed everything. Like, I promise you, when I was getting home, it was like 5 minutes until 7.
Okay.
Everything I had to do. So fill me in on anything. You can tell me if I got this one wrong. Just quick news item here that happened. WWE is currently in negotiations for a potential partnership with Puerto Rican wrestling promotion WWC. I know that they have some of the library already.
Yeah, they're trying to continue the monopoly swag. That's what they're on right now.
All right. Well, don't pass go. Don't collect $200. I mean, do what you gotta do.
We're not playing no games, man. They're just trying to take over the world. I mean, outside companies need to be smarter than to just say, hey, listen, this is the price and this is what we're going to do. They have to understand this is exactly what the person who ran the show did 40 years ago, and it's happening all over again. I'm not happy about it, but the writing is on something they like to call the wall.
Wall to wall. Sorry. Tonight, night 2, man, jam-packed. Me and Sean talked about night 1. Sean, if you could describe night 1 in one word, what would you say?
Average.
I was going to say lackluster.
There you go. Same ballpark.
Like I said, there were certain parts of it that were good. There were parts of it that you were like, it wasn't bad, but it could have been better. I thought tonight we started off very strong, and I thought you were getting on base each time. You were hitting some that were triples. You were hitting doubles. You were doing good, and then I don't know, it got a little weird, man. I felt like some of the people just shifted on this show. We're gonna run through it all and talk about it. But
this to me is they mailed this WrestleMania in. They mailed it in.
Let me ask you the same question I asked Rob before when we were down there. Is this better than 40?
No.
I'm waiting until I can get one where I stop. Is this better than 39, this Mania?
No. Is
this Mania better than 38?
No.
Is this Mania better than 37?
No.
Is this Mania better than, well, peace. Now we're in the no one was there.
We're 36. It's better than 36 because there was no fans.
Okay. All right. So
it wasn't better than 35. It probably wasn't better than 34, which was a really lackluster WrestleMania.
I'll put this one over 34, I think.
I wouldn't. It wasn't I'm going all the way. It wasn't better than 33. It was probably better than 32. It wasn't better than 31. It wasn't better than 30. It wasn't better than 29. It wasn't better than 28. It wasn't better than 27. It wasn't better than 26. It wasn't better than 25, even though 25's main event left a little bit to be desired. It wasn't better than 24. It wasn't better than 23.
We got to stop this, man. At some point.
Yeah. I think it's one of the worst WrestleManias of all time.
Really? And you truly mean that? Bottom of the heart, no joke.
I am not playing around right now, bro.
Interesting. What's good, Miracle? Appreciate you. And Sean, I'll let you give this one up to Vinny. With
the only Vinny we like. We appreciate you. Happy Easter, sending me nothing but good vibes and good blessings today, man. Appreciate it. Listen, man, I see a lot of people coming at me talking about WrestleMania 27 was crap.
That was Rob. Rob, I agree. I mean, 27's bad, bro. Like, it's top 5, I think.
Okay, well, this is what we're here for. Let me give me 1 second because I don't believe that to be true. So give me 1 second while I look it up because I like to be accurate. You're saying everybody's saying that WrestleMania 27 was worse than tonight. Okay, let's take a look. Well, at WrestleMania 27, you had The Rock hosting. I take that as a win, even though he wasn't in a match. Let's see here. See, because when you guys challenge me on stuff, which I love, I'm gonna come back at you guys and talk about it. Obviously, the Battle Royal goes without saying. That was what it was. Edge and Alberto Del Rio was a good match. Cody Rhodes and Rey Mysterio was a good match. Big Show, Kofi and Santino versus the Core, not good. Randy Orton and CM Punk was a good match. Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler, not a good match. Undertaker Triple H, WrestleMania 27 is one of the greatest matches of all time. John Morrison and Snooki, obviously we're not going there. And The Miz and John Cena, obviously we're not going there. Out of this 10-match card, 6 matches were good. Now, my question to you is, out of the matches that took place the last 2 nights, how many were good?
We'll run through these.
There you go. So you guys can talk about 27 all you want, but when you have a card that has one of the greatest matches ever, and Triple H Undertaker 2, even though it was technically 2. That's one of the greatest matches of all time. So just saying.
I think it gets overshadowed because of 28. I think more people like 28 better as a whole.
I hear you.
Yeah, and I think Punk, it's why was Punk not in a better spot? Well, they gave it to Miz. You know how it's hindsight with some of it too. But I still think 27 is one of those like, ugh. I did love Cody and Ray though. That was one of the like charming. We
can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, WrestleMania 41 is going to go down in the annals of time as one of the worst WrestleManias ever.
Ooh, all right. Well, let's start off with some good. I think at least. Mm-hmm. We had the triple threat women's world championship match. Like I said, I came in. I don't know who was singing what or who was doing what. Stephanie McMahon came out to introduce things. Yay! Does she work here or not? Like that's what I ask myself sometimes. Anyway, we get to the women's world heavyweight championship match, triple threat. What did you think of this matchup? How it was booked? I mean, let's get into it, man. What did you think of the match overall? Personally, I'm going to tell you this, Sean. I am putting this up there in the conversation. I'm not saying it is, but in the conversation, one of the best WrestleMania openers. If we're going to call it that. We're separating night 2 from 1, and this is an opener. This is one of the best openers. I thought they did a fantastic job with this.
Only reason I'm looking at you funny right now is because I'm not understanding why you're not saying it more with your chest.
Sorry, I'm reading too.
Yeah, I'm going, huh?
I'm reading something in the chat that I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to say right here and now, 100%, that was the match of the night. This match was the match of the night. This was the best match of WrestleMania 41, night 2, bar none. And I think Bianca showed up and showed out. She showed the world why I consider her to be one of the best 5 female competitors in the world today. She showed Io Sky showed me why she was the person I picked to win this match by coming out and showing out like she did. And Rhea Ripley did the same. I think all 3 ladies gave a tremendous accounting of themselves. I'm actually proud of them. I think they came out and they really did their thing tonight and stole the show. This was the match of the night.
I think can I say this for both of us? You stop me if you think this is unfair. I think the issues never were with the performance of the 3 performers in this match. The issue was the booking of the 3 performers. You cannot have baby faces calling for DQs. You cannot have your champion getting pie-faced. You cannot have the person who was originally the champion losing randomly and then coming out and throwing a fit. Like, what are we doing here?
The build-up absolutely wretched. It was a horrible build-up. I'll never forgive them because they ruined the match to me. But thank God for the tremendous athleticism of these 3 young ladies who came out and showed the world who they are. Again, match of the WrestleMania 41 night 2 belongs to Bianca, Rhea, and Io Sky.
And all it took was a simple tweak in my mind. All you had to do was tell the story different. Io kept getting screwed, and she never got her fair shake at the championship, and she could have had a reason to get put into the match. You have Rhea keep the belt. And Bianca's like, this is supposed to be between me and her. Why is she in this? Why does she keep sticking her nose in? Then you could have the triple threat that easy. You don't have to do DQs. You don't have to make it awkward. You don't have to make it weird. But I feel like they were trying to like surprise us along the way, and it backfired. I'll get to the finish of the match. I loved it. Io Sky goes for the Poison Rana. It gets blocked, and then I was like, what are they about to do? Slingshot on top of the post. This is something that you would only see with your action figures. Like, okay, onto the post. She's stuck there. Bianca comes in, lifts her up. KOD. She goes for the pin. I felt so bad for Rhea's legs on this, man.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely hits the flip. Hey, man, shout out to my guy, Tony Skittle in the house. Appreciate you, Tony. gave us a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, brother.
Tony, we appreciate you, man. Thank you for that kindness on this Easter Sunday, dude.
Thank you. And he's putting Hub's link in the chat again. I appreciate it. He's putting up the Discord. Check us out, man.
Appreciate it.
I feared for Rhea's legs on that. Like, I get nervous during certain things, like the pinfalls where someone's got the leg hook and they push like the partner over, and then that one tonight where the moonsault, I was like, her legs are both back. Please don't let anyone get hurt on this. But
easily could have led to a hyperextension or a hamstring being
pulled,
strained, or whatever. Yep.
Yeah. Big win for Io, though. I thought that it was fantastic. And like I said, to me, best openers for WrestleMania, Sean. You could add some in here if you think. I got Bret Hart, Owen Hart, and I got Triple H and Daniel Bryan. Two of the best openers that you could go with. And I think this one's in the mix now, too. This might take over the 30 spot for me.
I think you're right. I think it was the best match of the night, and I think it's, without question, one of the top openers of all time. The women did their thing. I mean, honestly, main event level work that they put in tonight.
Yeah, I want to shout out Miracle Trent as well in the chat. I appreciate you, Trent. Tony Skittles, we are doing good, my friend. Just smash the like button for you guys. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Derek agrees. Best match of the night, man.
Yes, sir.
Quills in the house as well. What up, Quills? He says, what's up, Conrad, Sean, chat. Your boy Sir Quills is here to enjoy WrestleMania Night 2 review for my two favorite bros, CJ and Hubs. Hashtag EPW, hashtag HWW.
Sir Quills, we appreciate you. Quite definitely appreciate you. I think it was a poorly booked match, but I think they showed up and showed out.
You mean build, right? Build-wise book?
Yeah,
I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, the build leading up to the match was trash, but the match itself was fantastic.
Let's move forward into the next thing. The Sin City street fight between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. This story kind of goes back all the way a year ago, from Priest cashing in the Money in the Bank on Drew to become the World Heavyweight Champion. It was something different. They got into a Sin City street fight here. McIntyre comes out with a Doom Slayer video game attire from Doom. Priest comes out to Slayer's lead guitarist, Kerry King, playing him out. He tried to do the old school. He got pushed through some tables, and Drew hits probably the most vicious Claymore kick I've seen thus far. Mm-hmm. When Priest is trying to get in the ring and smashes his head with the Claymore kick, and Drew wins, man. It's that simple.
They showed up and they showed out as well. However, in my opinion, this match was pointless and not worthy of WrestleMania. We could have had this at Backlash. We could have had this at any other pay-per-view. I do not think that this WrestleMania lived up to the standard of a WrestleMania card. I know you cannot reincarnate Bruno Sammartino. I know you cannot bring back Stone Cold Steve Austin. I know that you cannot have Rock and Austin 4 at WrestleMania in 2025. So my point in saying that is, I know Andre the Giant is not coming down the aisle. I know these things are not going to happen. So you can't fantasy book and say WrestleMania wasn't WrestleMania because WrestleMania didn't have the big stars that we're used to seeing. Well, that may be true, but Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest is not WrestleMania worthy, in my opinion.
I thought this was okay. I felt like this was more to get these guys on for the good work that they did throughout the year, but I felt it didn't have the extra oomph that it needed, if that makes any sense. Like, it didn't feel as important, but I thought they did good with the time they were given. It was fine. Like I said, I think I'm comparing this to yesterday, night and day to me, like the two shows, like how I felt in the beginning. You got it. Yeah. I just felt it was completely different. I have fun with that one, though. I thought it was good. Perth, Australia is getting 3 shows in October. So if you're in Australia, rejoice. SmackDown, and they're getting a Raw show, and it looks like there's going to be a show in the middle, and they called it WWE TakeOver.
Yeah, but they're calling it WWE TakeOver, but that's not what it's called. It's a WWE TakeOver. If you listen to what Michael Cole said it's going to be a PLE in between, and it's yet to be announced what the PLE is going to be.
Interesting. And I wanted to go over here to, I know this is Cray, who's in the chat often, but Rand, he says, too many ads in this WrestleMania, but it wasn't a horrible WrestleMania. The ending was perfect to me. I think the people were looking for, well, we'll talk about Rock later on. I like Night 2. Night 2 was definitely the better night.
Night 2 was the better night. D pluses compared to C pluses. C pluses look great.
Yeah, so thank you for clarifying that too on the Australia show, because I totally missed that.
You are most welcome, sir.
That's why he's one of the best in the biz, folks.
I don't know about that, but thank you, bro.
You telling me I don't work with the best in the biz?
I'm saying that you're the best in the biz. Let's move on.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. So we get a 4-way for the Intercontinental Championship. Bron Breakker, Penta, Dom, and Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
We had a lot. I think this could have went anyway, and I think people would have been happy. This was your gimme match, I felt, on this card. You couldn't really blow this. You know what I mean? I don't take a lot of notes here with the 4-ways. I treat this just like I do the Dynamite shows when they have these crazy matches with a lot of people in them. Can't take notes. I got to just pay attention to what's happening here. Penta came out in a Green Ranger-inspired looking gear. I don't have notes on this one, man. Dom,
well, I'll add some sauce to this. Look.
Go ahead.
This, to me, was the second best match of the night. I think that these guys wrestled very well. I think the right guy won, even though I predicted Finn. I knew Finn wasn't going to align herself with Liv because the Liv match was afterwards. So I was like, okay, well, that eliminates that because the only way it would have worked is if Liv came to the ring with him. So that wasn't going to work out, unfortunately. But I am happy about the way it turned out. I think that Braun gave it a tremendous accounting of himself. I think they did the right thing by not allowing Braun to take the pinfall. I think it's tremendous storytelling as it relates to Finn Balor taking the pinfall. I think it's going to lead to a match next month. I also believe that there's a chance that my prediction of Liv aligning herself with Finn Balor might happen next month because I think it's going to be a match, and I think Liv Morgan's going to be upset. We'll get to that in a minute about what happened later in the show, and I think that it could lead to some friction within the confines of the Judgment Day. But as it relates to this Fatal 4-Way match, Penta got his stuff off. Dominik got his stuff off. Bron Breakker tremendously got his stuff off. That spear through the table, running from table to table was fantastic. And it was
Poor
a good
Carlito.
match. Yeah, it was and shout out to Carlito getting a chance to walk the aisle at WrestleMania as well. So for me, I loved it, and I was very impressed with these four gentlemen. I am officially a Dominik Mysterio fan.
I told people when he was a babyface, I was like, nah, he's good. And people were like, nah. And I'm like, okay. All right. Now look at him. Intercontinental champ. Looks good with the belt, too.
He does.
Good for Dom, man. I'm going through the chat. I'm going to read what you guys think of this one. Ant Won't Stop. Shout out to Ant, man. He had the WrestleMania theme song that I retweeted, man. Make sure you guys go check him out and show some love to his content. He says, I wish they would have gone back to one-night format, cut out the bad matches, and make it one great show.
I wonder, first of all, big shout out to Ant Won't Stop. I appreciate you. I wonder who said that before. That WrestleMania
you did.
Tonight. Was that me?
Yeah. But see, time out though. But here's what I think of. I think of those endless nights on 34 and 35 where I'm like, nah, I'll take this, dog.
It's getting out of hand, bro. Ant is echoing what I've said in the past. I appreciate it, bro. WrestleMania should be one night. It should be one night of the grandest stage of them all. This 2-night format is watering down the product, bro. Like Deanna said it just now, like Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a street fight could be on Monday Night Raw.
Hey. Yeah. Miracle said the 4-way was fun. Penta, go Green Ranger, go. Filler match. Glad Dom won. Finn needs to go to AEW. He's been in a holding pattern for like 6 years. I think it might be over for Finn. RIP to Carlito. Someone said Braun is getting put in the world title picture. Jay needs a familiar foe. You could do that.
I wouldn't be mad at that either. But I do have a theory on who Jay's first title defense is going to be against.
Bayley and Finn, in my opinion, both should jump to AEW. Tokyo says Ant throwing it up. I'm all for one night pay-per-views, Miracle says. Night one had a bunch of filler matches. You got people on your side on this one, Sean, at least in here. I feel like the ladies triple threat was match of the night low-key. Absolutely. 2 nights yet, no time for the Motor City Machine Guns. Yeah,
no time for the Motor City Machine Guns, no time for the Street Profits, no time for DIY, no time for a team that I think is getting really good, which is pretty deadly. And by the way, interesting, I just named 4 teams. Interesting. Couldn't you put 4 teams in a ladder match for the tag team championship? You definitely could have. Could have made the night a lot better, but they chose not to.
You got SmackDown after WrestleMania, sir.
Oh, jeez.
Next up, we had Randall Keith Orton taking on a mystery person.
I believe that they made it entertaining. This was an entertaining choice.
Go ahead, you can reveal it.
Yeah, it was Joe Hendry from TNA. I thought it was a strong decision by Triple H and the powers that be. I have to give them credit for this one. But once again, Triple H giveth and Triple H taketh away. You don't have the TNA heavyweight champion of the world come to the ring and lose to Randy Orton in 3 minutes. And that's what he did. I mean, I thought the spot where he did the turnaround thing and it led to the RKO was pretty cool. But you could have had that at the 10-minute mark, not the 3-minute mark. It's almost like WrestleMania on Peacock is on a time restriction. Like, what is happening here, bro? And it makes TNA look soft. Randy Orton just beat your champion in 3 minutes. And literally, look it up, guys. It was a 3-minute match.
It makes sense why they didn't want to do that match with The Miz before.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess maybe they were thinking this is WrestleMania, big stage. Joe Hendry's going to be the one to go there. Joe Hendry's gone. I'm telling you guys, this guy is leaving the moment that contract is up in the fall, summer, whenever it is. Joe Hendry's out. You remember what me and Sean have said. We have called Jordan Grace. We have called a lot of the names that have jumped ship thus far. I'm telling you, me and Sean have said it. Joe Hendry is gone the moment that ink is getting shred through. Yes. In a Saint.
Mm-hmm.
Saints, I should say, that's in NXT as well. Like, this is what's going to end up happening, man. I'm just letting you guys know. I want to read Matt's comments on this too, but first we're going to go to Terrell. Terrell says, crowd was a bunch of hypocrites. They boo Bianca, but cheered Becky. Yeah. Like Stone Cold says, some of them were worthy to be there. Some weren't. Woo. Matt says that in 3 minutes, they made Joe Hendry, TNA, and the TNA World title look like a joke. I'm sure that they think they're getting something out of this, but it depends on how it's viewed, man. Like, I think some people are going to view it like, nah, this ain't it. I loved it. Best entrance of the night, Deanna says.
Yeah, I loved it too, as far as the entrance is concerned. The right guy won the match, but you don't. That's a squash. 3-minute matches to me are squashes. I don't care what anybody says. I know Joe Hendry got some of his stuff off, but 3 minutes, Randy Orton winning that match is a squash. And how does that help TNA?
I got nothing, brother.
That is their world champion, Conrad.
Yeah. Joe Hendry in the spot reminded me of Trip Squash and Taz when he had won the ECW title from Mike Awesome.
Oh, clown. That's an excellent point. I agree with you.
Going all the way back to a SmackDown in 2000, I believe it was.
That is absolutely correct.
Yeah, that's they had a WWE talent and a WCW talent in an ECW ring for the ECW title, which you'll never see again. But then after they did that, they squashed all of Taz's momentum immediately and had Triple H beat him, which I thought was weird. Randy Orton's the real TNA champ, someone just said. It's like when Kane squashed Chavo at WrestleMania 24. That was 8 seconds. That was
yeah, that was a squizash.
Yo, so that might be a shirt. Squizash, bro.
Yeah.
This is a modern equivalent of Taz. Yeah, look at E said it too. Hendry is WWE bound 100%, but this makes TNA look like the minor leagues.
Yes, it does.
What have me and Sean been telling you guys? You know what's so funny? People can say, like, whatever you want about me and Sean's show, whatever. I think out of the independent podcasters, we give you some of the best knowledge, though, truthfully.
So yeah.
Because when I have my I told you so moments, I sit back and I'm waiting for them sometimes. Remember what we've said about AAA yesterday. Remember what we've said about the TNA relationship. Noah, you better be careful, is all I'm going to say. You better be careful. Where's Omos been? They needed him back so badly. They got people not dropping belts for you guys because they're going to work with you. Just be careful what you guys are watching and wishing for with some of this. LOL TNA. Delay Grass, what's good, brother? Appreciate you,
what
man.
Up, Delay Grass?
Rand says, Randy Orton is a legend, though. They used Hendry well. He looked very happy to be there, so Orton took advantage. Orton to 17 WrestleManias. He's used to it.
I mean, I hear you, but again, good point, Ransom, but at the same time, you're not going to convince me that is best for TNA.
Matt's making a bet right here. Joe Hendry's losing the belt to Ethan Page. He said, I bet you that.
I would not disagree with that. I would not say that that's outside the realm of possibility.
It's time to take that belt off Joe Hendry, Trent says. Tony Khan didn't help TNA giving them Kenny Omega. WWE is really helping them. Where them cats at? Raise your hand right now. I've seen a bunch of people calling for him. But Orton gets the win. He even did a little funny thing afterwards. I know this wasn't Orton's original match. I still send my wishes to Kevin Owens. I hope he is healing up. I hope he is getting better.
Well, he was at the Hall of Fame and stuff, so I'm hoping that he's okay.
Yeah. Keep Kevin Owens in your thoughts and prayers, man, as he's dealing with an injury. I'm just trying to see. We see that the Worlds Collide pay-per-view is announced that we mentioned with AAA. It's going to be happening at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in LA on June 7th. And also, Money in the Bank is going to be happening that day in the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles. So I am going to go on a bold prediction, Sean. The main event for that show is going to be CM Punk versus John Cena. You remember who said it. Money in the Bank rematch in LA.
Well, when I heard about Money in the Bank, honestly, I changed my opinion about Jey Uso holding it until SummerSlam. I think Jey Uso is going to lose the title to Money in the Bank winner the same night they win it.
That's what I called yesterday too. Man.
I think you're 100% right,
and that's fine. That's fine.
It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me
because once you've done it once, Sean, it's on your resume, so you should be happy at that point, right?
Resumes matter. And it's on his resume. You can never take it off.
Yeah. It says something that AAA is getting a Worlds Collide over TNA. Well, they sold, so. And I'm not even being funny when I say that. Yeah, it's going to be WWE versus NXT versus AAA at Worlds Collide. It's funny that WWE isn't using the Staples Center after AEW used it. Nah, they're on a new one, man. Worlds only seem to collide when AEW is doing something similar.
Wow.
Delayed Grass says, folks, TNA, Noah, every school in the indie program, AAA, acquisition, these are not partnerships. They are developmental territories to funnel all 100% of the best talent to WWE only. Monopoly, FTW.
That's it.
I think they will use the Money in the Bank winner to stop Cena on his last night from leaving with the title.
I don't think that's his last. Oh, maybe his. Oh,
they're talking about way in the future.
Oh, so whoever wins it cashes in December. Oh, I like that.
Get him out here right now. Get him out here right now.
Oh, I like that, clown. That's actually pretty good.
You may even want to hold off Punk then and give him maybe the match at.
Oh no,
I think they'll do it. But who would you pick then?
Oh,
I hope it's not like Cody walking around with the briefcase like anytime I want. We'll see.
That's when I just said, "Oh no."
That's what you thought of.
That's my. I'm predicting it right now. Cody's gonna win Money in the Bank.
We know who's not right now. It's this match: Logan Paul, AJ Styles.
They don't want none.
Sean, how did you come off with this, man? I didn't take a lot of notes. I got the finish down. I didn't take a lot of notes in this one. I watched it too. I looked and I felt nothing.
Logan Paul being in a match at WrestleMania is straight hypocrisy. It's disgusting. Like, he's earned nothing. And he doesn't belong there, bro. He just doesn't belong there. So and he won. He beat AJ Styles, one of the most decorated professional wrestlers in the history of the industry. I do not understand the booking at all. I did not care about this match. But somehow I'm emotionally involved because that ending really annoyed me. So it's a sad day for AJ Styles. I'm sure when he got the news that he was going to lose this match, he probably felt some type of way. You're going to have me lose to this outsider at WrestleMania? Like, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
AJ's WrestleMania run, I don't think it's been like the best. If you go back and look at it, 32 was the first one, right? With Jericho. I was there for him and Shane. I thought that was actually one of his better, like, in-ring matches. Boneyard might be my favorite, but him and Nakamura, that was kind of a letdown. Who was he at 35? Him and Orton, right?
Yep.
Was that the RKO thing? Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else. There was, like, him and Omos, I think, were tag champs at one.
Champs at 37. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. Just rough, man. Rough for AJ. Logan Paul had a YouTuber try to interfere. He ends up getting caught. Karrion Kross comes out and he's telling AJ to cheat. He gets hit with the pulverizer after getting hit with the right hand, and Logan Paul gets the win and scurries off. I don't know how much time AJ has left, Sean. If we remember correctly, AJ was definitely someone who they were trying to secure for the first Dynamite. That was in 2019 at the end. He's had some injuries along the way. We're in 2025 now. How much longer do you think AJ has, or do you think he's done as soon as this contract runs out? Put me in the TNA Hall of Fame. I'm done. Have a good day, everyone.
When does the contract run out?
We don't know. I think he's had to have time added on for injury, but I'm just curious. What do you think AJ should do with his career? Like if he comes to you for advice,
play out your contract and retire.
You just think it's over?
I think it's over. When you lose to Logan, a YouTuber at WrestleMania, it's over.
Okay. Someone said, don't give Logan Paul money in the bank. I hope not.
Oh, God, please, no.
AJ's most famous match will be Taker's last match. Yeah. AJ's learning the grass isn't always greener on the other side, brother. Cross was trying to help AJ who listened, but not like Cross wants. Yeah. I wonder if Cross gets the last match with him, and then they decide what they're going to do after that. That was something else, that whole thing, man. They announced a show called WWE Unreal, where they're going to show stuff in the writer's room, is how I took it. I mean, say how you feel, man. Say what you think.
It's a cop-out. It's like, yo, we're gonna take you behind the scenes. Man, we know what's going on behind the scenes. WWE's botching everything. Yes. Now you're gonna put a camera back there. Great job. Cool.
Can I be funny for a minute? I hope no one gets mad at me for this. So what I thought instantly was any of the bad storylines, they're gonna be like, Hunter walked out the room. Guys, we don't even need to ask Hunter's permission for this. Let's do this story. Yeah. And then I knew nothing about this. This is why this is messed up.
This is the reason why Logan Paul won against AJ Styles at WrestleMania. This is the reason why the Street Profits were. I thought the Street Profits should have been on WrestleMania. Well, I got outvoted 4-1. Like, shut up.
I don't know what this is going to be, but
here's a good idea. Let's have Stephanie open WrestleMania again.
By the way, yesterday we forgot to mention this.
Please.
Did you notice who wasn't there for the Hall of Fame stuff? Where was Lex Luger?
Yeah,
brother Lex Luger stayed at WrestleCon because they were paying him more money. So he was like, I'm
not mad at him.
Never changed, Lex. I just thought about that first Nitro. Who's that? What's he doing here?
I'm not gonna cap, bro. I appreciate you putting me on because I was trying to figure. I was like, somebody's missing.
It was Luger.
Wow.
He was at WrestleCon getting paid, man. I hate it, but I get it. WWE took their eyes off the indies for a few years, and a bunch of bullet guys created AEW. In case you missed it, WWE has vowed to never again. Yeah, they're going to keep an eye. They're creating the territory system back, but in their favor.
In their favor.
That's what they want.
Yep.
We go to the next match here. It was the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Oh, you think Bayley's in this match? Well, if you listen to our WrestleMania Night 1 review, please make sure you guys go back and listen. Bayley was taken out backstage by Anonymous. We don't know who. And Lyra had 24 hours to find a new partner to go up against Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. Now, look, Liv Morgan had a fantastic year. They wanted to get Liv Morgan on WrestleMania. I'm totally fine with that. She carried. I get it. She did her thing. Bayley, I feel tremendously bad for. I don't understand. Me and Sean have mentioned this time after time after time. We talk about the 4 horsewomen. You find out Mercedes got paid, and I hear complaining. I almost said a bad word. Complaining about how much she got paid. We hear complaining about the treatment of Bayley. Like, why do we do this to Bayley? She has done nothing but support the company. She's done everything, I think, the right way. And this is what we get instead. Very odd. I mean, they said this was the plan. Maybe she knows. Maybe there's a bigger story to this. But that's the second time in, 2 months that her story changed. It was her and Roxanne Perez. Then they were like, nah, scratch that. And then she got scratched off of this. And who was her replacement, Sean?
It was Becky Lynch, which you predicted successfully. That's fine. But
I think anybody who's watched wrestling for about 2 months could probably predict it was Becky Lynch.
And again, I wasn't impressed. Like, it was okay, Becky, Becky's back. Like, I don't care, bro. stay gone, come back, whatever, bro. That's not a blockbuster. She signed in January. Do you think we can't read? Do you think we can't read? Like we can read Hunter, Bruce, we can read. She signed in January. Like and you kick Bayley off the card for that? Like, come on, bro. Like and now Lyra is a double champion. No knock on her, but like, what are we doing?
Lyra 2 belts. They had to make sure they said that like 3 times for the soundbite.
Oh my! And they call Cole the greatest of all time. What a joke that is, too.
Yeah, they've always knocked Bayley to put someone in to replace her. I just think they've always shown she was the last one to get called up out of all of them. I just feel like they overlook Bayley a lot. Bayley got jerked like Big Pun at the Source Awards. Poor Bayley. That's an old school reference for those who don't know. Reporter got asked, where's the rock? And replied, that's a clickbait question. Weird. Yes. Swerve got paid too much, just like Monet. It's almost like the WWF bought WCW and suppressed wages and paid guys who jump 50 cents on the dollar. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the purpose of why it's good to have multiple places to go. Going back to this, I want to stick to this. Becky came out. She did her thing. They got the win. Manhandle slam to Liv Morgan. Like, after the year she's had, they dropped the belts. I was predicting they were going to keep them until they switched up that someone was going to be the mystery part. I'm like, it's Becky Lynch and it's over. They're losing. And that's what happened. We got new tag champs.
World Wrestling Entertainment does not make any sense. That's a totally wrong decision. And I just don't understand how and what. Are we trying to make the women's tag team titles mean something?
Do you think it's Becky coming in to be the IC champ?
I mean, maybe Becky will turn on Lyra, which will be kind of fun. But even so, it's like we've seen this before. Didn't they just do this with Trish and Lita? It's the same thing. They
just did it with Becky before that, too.
Right. It's the same thing. It's like, bro, like, this is one of the worst WrestleManias of all time.
Me and Sean are disagreeing a little bit on the ranking of this. Well, one day we'll have to sit down and do a ranker, maybe.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, it's definitely in the bottom 5. Woo. WrestleMania 1 was better than this. WrestleMania Uno was better than this.
Why can't Lyra turn on Becky? That could happen, too.
Sounds like a good idea.
You know what that means if you've listened to us long enough.
So it's like, come on, bro. Like, Deanna, like Lyra turning on Becky would be good television. Is that what WWE is going to do? No, at all. Not at all. You know what that means. Thank you, Guy Will Gamble. I think Deanna came up with a fantastic point. Oh, it's capped that WrestleMania 1 was better than 41. Do your research, bro. It's okay if you disagree. Do your research. Hogan and Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff is one of the most historically significant matches of all time. And so was Andre versus Big John Studd in the Body Slam match. Was there any matches tonight that were ground swelling? Were there any matches tonight that will change the course? I guess because John Cena won his 17th world title. Fantastic.
Which we're about to get to. But first, we have to have Stone Cold come out to announce the attendance.
Segue, by the way.
I know. Well, speaking of segue, Stone Cold came out on his ATV, and I don't know who that was in the front row, but someone got taken out on a bad turn. Did you see that? Nick Khan was like, he was coming to see how much that damage was about to cost the company. He was like, how you doing?
Stone Cold.
We got free stuff.
We appreciate Stone Cold, but you have to. You can't go around the corners that fast, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah, you got to just park that bad boy at the top.
Like, whoever got hurt is going to own WWE, bro. Like, they're going to own a stock or some kind of free tickets for life. Like, it's going down tonight in the negotiating table.
Nick Khan was out there immediately like, how you doing? Who was it?
That was bad. Like, I don't know if somebody got ran into. Like, man, you never know. What if her arm was, like, laying over the... Bro.
Yo, Rand, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. He said Austin was as bad as Jay in that press conference yesterday. Yo, gotta chill, bro.
I think, Jay didn't run into anybody. Thank God for that.
Yeah, night one was an acceptable night. Tonight was WCW Thunder. Wow.
No.
Well, he's saying night one was better. I don't know if I'd go with that.
I don't know about that either.
That woman went flying when Austin hit the barricade. Yeah, Nick Khan was like, "How much will it take so you won't sue us?"
Yo, you know what I would have? If it was me, hire me.
This guy,
I would. Oh, please.
He want the Roman contract, the no cut deal.
Hire me. I'm on the payroll from tonight. I'm on the payroll. Period.
You could be in the writers' room.
Sure. Yeah, and I want to I'm making up my own position. I am a WWE consultant. 150 grand a year.
Hey, bro, who's the new guy in the room, bro?
That's right.
Actually, I don't even think Russo does it anymore, but Stone Cold announces tonight's attendance of 63,226. Combining both nights together, I didn't do the math on this to see if it was true, but 124,693.
I mean, 60,000 2 nights in a row is a good turnout. I mean, it's WrestleMania, but are they going home happy? That's the question.
What up, Juke? What up?
Do the people who paid 21 stacks to sit in the front row, are they happy right now? Are they like, wow, that was a good investment?
You know, you don't know what the card is before you go. That's what I always say. You know, I went to WrestleMania 29, Sean, because CM Punk was my favorite wrestler. And I'm like, listen, I know we missed it at 28, but there's no way this time, right? I was like, I had my tickets already. I was like, look in my eyes. And you know what happened? You're facing The Undertaker, pal. And I was like, what? Terrible. But the tickets were already bought. You can't look back at regrets with it.
I got lucky. I got fortunate. WrestleMania 2020, it was one of those deals. But WrestleMania 28, they announced Cena and Rock a year before.
Guy will gamble so you could have bought a Subaru, but went to WrestleMania instead.
The reason why it's so funny is because he randomly said Subaru.
Yeah.
I don't know why Subaru made me laugh. That was hilarious, guy.
Terrell brings up a good point, too, though. Chelsea Green's someone else who I think you could have tried to fit in on here, even in the segment or something.
Of course.
They lost all their money in that casino.
Bruh.
I sent someone a casino meme. I think it was Jesse and James. They were back and forth talking, and I was like, he was asking someone about gambling or something out there, and I was like, you ever seen this from Casino with Joe Pesci going off? You degenerate, you've been gambling? You've been gambling all your money? I feel bad for the poor suckers who paid $10,000 for the lack. Oh, man.
No, I got to address, first of all, M. Leezy, 10,000 only got you the second row or the second tier behind the first tier. So that's even worse. But I got to address Delayed Grat. You know exactly where I was going. Delayed Grat says that was not one of the worst WrestleManias ever. That's silly. But this was not a good pay-per-view. I mean, PLE in-ring wise. But WrestleMania is about a spectacle, and we got that. Are you not sports entertainment? All right, this is what we're going to do. Conrad, I know it's late. I'm tired too, bro, but we're doing this. So I think, in chat, you let me know. Saying something's one of the worst WrestleManias of all time, there are 41 that have taken place, okay? One of the worst means it's one of the worst 10, okay? One of the worst 10 because there's been 41 of them. If you're in the bottom portion of 25% of anything, that's bad, right? So at the end of the day, Conrad, we can go through this very quickly, but we have to do it now. It has to happen. It has to happen, Conrad, and we're doing it. Because me saying it's one of those, no, yes, Conrad, this is my show too, brother. I don't usually put my foot down like this, but we're doing it. WrestleMania 41 compared to the 40 previous ones, if it's anything less than the 11th greatest WrestleMania of all, the 11th worst, I should say, WrestleMania of all time, that means it's one of the worst ever. If it's in the bottom 10, that's the bottom 25%. That means it was horrible. We're going to go through this very quickly, and I'm going to put you, Conrad, on the honor system to say yay or nay. Was WrestleMania 41 better than WrestleMania 1?
No. I
was WrestleMania 41 better than WrestleMania 2?
In my opinion, yes.
That's fine. And I'm going to let's mark this. I need to mark it down. I don't have a pen or anything. Do you have a pen? We're doing this, Conrad. We're doing this. Do you have a pen at your disposal?
I have a pen, but I don't know if I have paper.
Son of a gun. I need you to find something to write on.
Okay.
Okay, all you have to do is write down the yeses. It's better than WrestleMania 2. That's fine. Is it better than WrestleMania 3?
No.
That means you don't have to mark anything down. Is it better than WrestleMania 4?
No, in my opinion.
Is it better than WrestleMania 5?
No.
6?
No.
7?
No.
8?
No.
9?
Yes.
I agree. 10?
No.
11?
Yes.
Agreed. 12?
No.
13?
I might have to say yes to
That's
that
fine.
one too.
14?
No.
15? No.
15's, I hate 15. I was there. I remember where I watched it and everything. I do not like 15.
If you want to put no. That's fine.
I need time with this. Certain ones like those. I need to look at.
We're doing it on the because we're never doing this again. 16.
You heard him. He promised this.
16, aka 2000.
I'll give this over 16 too.
Okay, so how many have you marked down so far?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. 17, of course not. 18, no. 19, 20,
no.
21,
no.
22,
no.
23,
no.
24,
no.
25.
No.
Not with HBK and Undertaker. No.
No.
26. No. 27. You could put yes. That's fine. 27.
I am.
Yes. 28.
Yes. Or
20,
no. 28. No, I mean, go ahead.
29.
I might give it the slight nod. 29. See, that's not fair though. I was there, so I've never watched it. I never went back.
Well, I'm saying no also, so that's no.
Okay.
30. Absolutely not. 31. No. 32. 30. You can put down 32 if you want. 33.
No.
34.
I might put 34 down.
35.
No, you can say no all the way up for me. I give 36 to 9. I know that it was.
How many yeses did you give?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So there are 9 WrestleManias that we think, and that's still debatable. There are 9 WrestleManias that we think were better, or that WrestleMania 41 was better than. So that means that we're saying that WrestleMania 41 is the 10th worst WrestleMania of all time out of 41 installments. So how am I wrong when I say this is one of the worst WrestleManias of all time?
I think when people think worst WrestleMania, I think there's just certain ones that pop in their head, like you know, me 11, you 9. You know, like
saying I do things in black and white mathematics. If you're saying WrestleMania 41 is the 10th worst of all time, that means it's one of the worst of all time.
And Sean, I think it also depends on how you feel in regards to what's the word I'm looking for here. In how do you feel the two nights are judged? Are they separate? Are they together? Like tonight, I'm going to try to bring them together, kind of for both of us, and just look at the whole thing.
Right.
Let's get into this main event. Let's talk about it because this is probably what everyone's here for. Cody Rhodes, John Cena. This was kind of a spectacle here. What's up, DSO? This was a spectacle at the end of the day with this. John Cena comes out. He had plain writing, plain everything. He walked out. The time is now. Everything got said. They walked down to the ring. I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts on this, and I'll pull them up. But Sean, he comes out. Cody has motocross people. I think they should have had like Cody's helmets to make it a little bit more succinct for what they were doing. Right. But they didn't do that. Cody came out with I thought the helmet was sweet. Once he like had it like open up and stuff, I was like, that was pretty cool. I'll give him that. But they get out there, man. They get into the match. Cody did an eye poke, Sean. I want your reaction to when he poked the eye and the fans booed.
They were booing him all night long anyway.
Someone said it happened earlier in the day, too. I didn't see
when he was coming out of the bus.
Wow.
Yeah, they booed him during the pre-show, bro. I'm telling you, dude, people are starting to jump on my band. I told you, Cody Rhodes in 2025 is a corny dude, bro. Cody Rhodes is corny.
Yeah,
I hate to say it because I love the guy from Ring of Honor, but this incarnation of Cody Rhodes, he's a cornball. He's a cornball, bro. I'm telling you.
They gave Cody a lot in this match too, man. Cody was getting a little booed. I haven't checked on my guy Jesse, man. I hope he's all right.
Mm-hmm.
He got booed. They came out here and they did all this stuff, man. Cena hit multiple AAs. Let's just forget it, man. We get into it. STF is locked in. He goes for it multiple times. He's pulling them back like he did everyone else. And dog, they do a ref bump. Here, Cena rips the turnbuckle pad off. He throws the head in. Here comes Travis Scott. Travis Scott took. This might be worse than the Undertaker's entrance at some of these WrestleManias we just went through. He took forever. Cactus Jack walks down with his title. Him and Cody. Cody tries to get him. Cody eventually gets him in the ring. He goes for like the hit. He blocks him like Stephanie did Linda, like the boom, gotcha. Crossroads.
You, Conrad.
Yeah, takes it down, and he went out. Cody kicked him out the ring too. Cody did not get his receipt ttonight, by the way. For those who were wondering, Cody was very kind. He could have definitely. I thought he was going to smack him when he was down. Like, yeah, remember this?
Right.
But he let him get out the ring, and after that, I was surprised. I thought we were going to get blood when they ripped off the turnbuckle pad. Cena sitting there with the belt. He's like, I'm going to hit him with the belt. Oh, Cody stops him, rips the belt from him like you can't handle this. You can't do nothing with this. And he has it. Hit him, Cody. Hit him. What would Dusty say? He would say, pick up that belt and knock him out if you will, baby. Do it. Do it. Do it for your mama who's sitting front row, Cody. He didn't do that. He sat there. He was like, I'm the good guy. I shouldn't do this. Cena, the moment he showed weakness, kicked right between the legs, bro. Down goes Cody. He picked up the belt, clocked Cody with the belt, pins him. We get the Earl Hebner count from Madison Square Garden that I can hear still to this day with Sid and Sean. 1.
Yep, they gave him a long count.
2, 3, and it's over. John Cena wins number 17. There's no one to shake his hand. There's no Ric Flair around. There's nothing. For those who care, Ric Flair is technically a 21-time world champ. I know. I'm sorry. Wrestling historians.
That's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
I know, but people don't want to hear that. That's not recognized technically, but that's what he is. So Cena gets the celebration, bro. He's done it. They've got this. This is what we're moving forward with. There was no Rock, Sean. What was the purpose of this?
Oh, my God. It's absolutely ridiculous that he wasn't there. If he doesn't want to wrestle, that's one thing. But the fact that he wasn't there after what happened at Elimination Chamber, our big payoff was watching Travis Scott tiptoe to the ring. That's what this was all about? This is WrestleMania. This is what I'm talking about, bro. Was I entertained? No, I wasn't entertained. This was crap. This was absolute crap. Why are we so enthralled and all wrapped up in Travis Scott? His timing is horrible. He busted up Cody Rhodes for no apparent reason. He doesn't know what he's doing. It's ridiculous. And no Rock.
He was busy.
It's insane, man. It's insane how anybody could put this WrestleMania on any kind of pedestal other than the crap pedestal.
That's how Mania goes off the air. That was the end.
I
don't know what's happening.
That was it. Thank you for saying that, Conrad. That was it. No surprise. No nothing. It felt like AEW pay-per-view. Like AEW has good pay-per-views, and then the ending was crap. This is even worse. It was like a bad show and a bad ending.
Guy Will Gamble says John Cena used a basic template in PowerPoint to make his slide and use this. This is some generic font and word if you don't know. Deanna says Cena's entrance was perfect for what the story is. Not Undertaker slow, but close to Roman slow coming down the ramp. They booed Cody during the pre-show. I missed that, but thank you. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes had a match that would suck on Collision, but had a very sports entertainment ending, and the Cody intro was also sports entertainment bliss. Clown brings up a great point here. Sean. Why did Cody have an issue hitting Cena with the title, but had no problem hitting AJ with the steps after he already said, I quit?
Because he's stupid. And I don't blame Cody for being stupid. It's written into the storyline for him to be stupid. This is what I'm talking about. Who writes this stuff?
Yeah, Terrell was not feeling the pass out for Gunther, and he thinks Cody should have won. Rob says Cody's a moron. He deserved to lose after the performance.
He sure did, Rob. He sure did. Like, storyline-wise, obviously we know it's a storyline, so we're not saying that he's stupid in real life. From a storyline perspective, how much of an idiot can Cody be? You're a freaking moron.
Travis Scott's intro could have been the Motor City Machine Guns match. He ain't letting it go.
Oh, that's true.
I like the ending. It's Empire Strikes Back. As the Matrix Reloaded, or excuse me, I think it is the Matrix Reloaded. Last year was A New Hope, original Matrix, but should have been another person interfering though. We're suspending disbelief, but you can't tell me two guys who've main evented the last two Manias combined are this naive. Peacemaker beat Homelander. That was exactly what I was thinking, E. I think The Rock being part of the heel turn was a waste when he didn't even show up for Mania.
100%, Emily, 100%.
I'm trying to find here. Minneapolis is thankful they dodged the show. I'm pretty sure they would have. Oh,
good point, Guy Wilkin. Minnesota's like, maybe it all worked out for the best.
Are you sure it was Cody or Stardust? Real talk, though, Delay Grat says, I did not like the camera work on this WrestleMania. They had too many close-ups after each move and would cut to the crowd over and over and over again. We get it. You're big.
Wait, what?
They would like do camera cut, go close in on like the action, and then zoom back out to the crowd a lot to show look, it's full. Everyone's here. And
yeah. Another silly. I agree with you, Delay Grats on that one.
I don't have an issue though with showing the crowd. Like I want to see a butt every 15 inches. You know what I mean? And the seats are 12 inches. I forgot. I don't know what the space is, but yeah, show it off. That's fine. But be humble about it too. At the same time, Cody is now a dumb baby face. All baby faces have the dumbness to them a little bit. Worse than Sting. I don't know if I'm ready to go that far yet. Getting jumped by the Horseman twice is another thing. Sean, let's get out of here, man. It just turned Monday. We got another show to do tonight in a few hours. I want to
put a stamp on this by asking you a question, and I'll answer it as well. How would this WrestleMania be remembered historically?
I think that's going to depend on what they do with Cena afterwards, and was it worth it? I don't think we know just yet. It's a hindsight thing a lot of times with Mania because someone's probably fantasy booking some great stuff in their mind right now. I don't know where we're going to go with this. To me, you ride this out with Cena as champion as long as possible, and then maybe Cody's going to be the guy to make the save at the end, and then you give it back to him. But I don't know if people are going to be feeling that in how long? What do we got? 8 months more?
Well, I'm going to say it like this. I'm going to be very brief in saying because we're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys later tonight, technically. At the end of the day, I think WWE booked this WrestleMania very lazily because they thought that it would be enough for Cena to win 17. Cena winning 17, they felt like, okay, that's all we need. And at the end of the day, everything else can be whatever. That's how I look at this WrestleMania. And that's including the fact that my guy won the World Heavyweight Championship, which I was ecstatic about. So, I mean, wouldn't you expect me to say, this was awesome WrestleMania? This WrestleMania was fantastic.
What grade would you give it? You know how we do the pay-per-view grades at the end. Like, what do you think night one and night two combined, overall score? If someone's like, how was the weekend's WrestleMania? What would you say?
That depends. It depends on whether or not I'm looking at it from a Jey Uso won and he's my guy perspective, or if Jey Uso was not my guy and I'm just looking at it objectively.
Fan Sean Hubbard.
It was a C- show.
Okay. I'm going to lean towards the C+ range, I think, for this. Not that I'm giving it a little too much extra. I just think I respect the work that a lot of other people did in this, but I don't know if I could go any truly higher than that, even though there were some cool moments. Like I said, it goes back to when we were listing all those shows. You really got to look at some of those a little deeper. Like I said, like 13, 15. Like I got to really look and compare here. But it just depends, man. So we're both in that C range. It looks like for this show, it wasn't 40. Well, we can all agree on that. I think that's a simple.
40 was way better,
but it was 41. We've got some interesting things to come out of this. We're gonna be live tomorrow for the Raw watch along. I don't know if Sean has any other things planned coming up. I saw he did Jey Uso stream earlier. I want to encourage everyone to go back and check it out. If you need something to listen to tonight, go back and give that a listen. But
yeah, good 16 minutes. Look, listen, I'm tired, bro. After this watch along tonight, I'm gonna be chilling for a little bit.
Take us out, brother. Take us out.
Yo, man, once WrestleMania week has just about concluded, we're going to finish this thing up tomorrow night with Monday Night Raw watch along. Just a little bit of a thank you to our fans and our supporters. We appreciate you guys very much. Conrad is working hard. I'm working hard to bring you guys the very best in the world of professional wrestling commentary. So with that being said, and until later tonight, Monday Night Raw, 8:05 or 8 o'clock Eastern time, but we're going on live at 7:45. Make sure you tune in to 7:45 tonight. Not 6:05. Remember, this week, not 6:05, 7:45. So until then, on behalf of my good friend Conrad Cushman, my name is Sean Hubbard. Once again, happy Easter. God bless. Be encouraged. Evil never prevails.